Hello, today we're going to look mostly at finding the distance between points in our coordinate system. And the first one we're going to start out with is this one. Find the distance between point 1, 1 and 4, 5. So I'm going to come up and I'm going to draw this. That's the distance we want. And that's kind of a hard distance to find. But what's an easy distance to find is horizontal distances and vertical distances. So let's start with that. I know horizontally, this goes over 1, 2, 3, and vertically 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's great. Now I know a horizontal and vertical distance to get to this point. Now I'm going to use the knowledge that I have that horizontal and vertical meets at 90 degrees to find this diagonal distance. When we have two sides of a right triangle, we can find the third by Pythagorean theorem. 3 squared plus 4 squared is equal to c squared, or 9 plus 16 is 25. And what number squared is 25? Hopefully everybody knows the square root of 25 is 5. So our answer here is 5. Now if we have to just look at these numbers, if I went from 1 to 4, 1 to 4, I went over 3. Because if I take 4 minus 1, I get 3. Also, if I want to go up from 1 until 5, that's like going up 4. So that's a way we could get these numbers without drawing it all out. Let's try it one more time drawing it out and see how this works. If I'm going to go from negative 2, 1 to 4, negative 3. So I'm going to start. My goal is to find this distance. And well, that distance is difficult. Let's do our horizontal distance and our vertical distance. And if you wanted to go down here and over, it's going to be the same thing. It doesn't matter. Now we just count it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And notice if I take the distance between negative 2 and 4, 4 minus negative 2 is 6, or 2 minus negative 4 is negative 6, but that distance would be 6. Now if I want to go from negative 3 to 1, if we think, what's the distance between negative 3 and 1? That's 4. Or here you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that I have these two sides, I can find the third side using Pythagorean theorem. So if I have 4 squared plus 6 squared is equal to c squared, 16 plus 36 is 52. Uh-oh. I don't know what the square root of 52 is. Well, what we can do is just take out a calculator. And hopefully I have a square root on here. And then you just do 52 square root 7.2. So this is about 7.2. All right. Now, a shortcut for this is a formula called the distance formula. And I'm not a huge fan of formulas because people usually look at them and then forget them, and then it doesn't make sense. Then they can't do the problem. But the main thing I want you to know is you subtract your x values, just like we did here, 4 minus negative 2, and you get we got 6. And then you subtract your y values to get your other value here. And then what we do is we number squared, and then we square root it because we're using Pythagorean theorem. So this is just another way of saying we use the Pythagorean theorem with the coordinates. Well, I hope this helped.